listen to the Holy Spirit, then chances are things will not go the way that you need them to go. In fact, it will get worse because you're trying to do it on your own. Everything that is happening is out of our control, but some stuff we can pray down. So don't go, complaining about the extreme droughts because this stuff is in the Bible and the Bible is fulfilling itself. So if you don't read the Bible, then I can understand why you're complaining and you're mad and you're upset and you're angry. But if you read the Bible, you know the Bible. We know and we knew that these times was going to come. And we are here. And a lot of things are closer than we think, even the returning of Jesus Christ. And so, as again, I pick up things a lot spiritually. So, when I went outside today, when I went out there, it just, the way that the atmosphere was looking, it was off. It was dark, it was shadowish, it was, I can feel the heartache of God and all the things that is flowing in this world. So you want to make sure that you are giving your life to Christ. You are returning back to Jesus. You are repenting. You are doing what is necessary to stay closer to God in this hour. Extreme heat. During this time, He gave me this word. He said the seasons will be off. And we have experienced it and we're going to experience it more. So you want to make sure that you have your wardrobe mix make. What do I mean by mix make? Have summer clothes, winter, spring, have a little bit of everything because you don't know how the weather is going to play out. Extreme cold snaps, a winter storm we have never ever heard of before. A lot of cold snaps are going to come unbeknownst to us. And we want to make sure that we have what we need to stay warm, to keep our family warm, and to make sure that life is much easier as these times play out. The lack of rain and things dying. God said, no growth, no hope. No growth, no hope. What that download simply means is that people who are not getting enough rain in their spirit and they're allowing things to die inside of them. It's allowing them to have no growth and no hope. No growth and no hope. And the extreme drought is drowning destiny, drowning your purpose, drowning your promises, drowning the things that God has been told you to do a long, long time ago. And you don't understand or you don't feel that this is the right atmosphere or this is the right time to do these things. But all in all, the extreme drought is causing you to be dried up in the areas you need to be fruitful in. This is a hard one. Graves emerging. When God gave me this, I literally wept. And God said, more deaths, more funerals, more thieves. So we want to be praying about the death angel and praying that people don't get in harm's way, praying that people are safe, praying that people will heed the instructions of the Lord, praying that people really, really pay attention to the times that we are living in. Graves are going to emerge, young, old, middle age. It's going to be more deaths, more funerals, and more thieves. Extreme follows. Extreme follows. And when I sat on this, I said, okay, God, what does this mean? He said the extreme follows will cause many to be behind, will cause many not to shine, will cause many to miss the divine moment, will cause many to float in the unsurety of the unknown. So when the extreme follows you, or when the extreme follows somebody else, you want to take note and you want to make sure that you are hearing from God and not hearing from the extreme of someone else's voice or hearing from the extreme of someone else's trauma or hearing from the extreme of someone else's pain. Because you will be following these things, you will be traveling into these things, and you will be in a snare because of the extremes that was following you along the way. And so yesterday, God allowed my ears to ring, and it happened more often than not. But this time, when my ears rang, they both was ringing, and my hearing kind of like popped in and out. And when God put my hearing back in, my hearing was clearer than before. And I said, God, what does this mean? And he said to keep your ears tuned in for the rest of this year. Keep your ears tuned in for the rest of this year. I will allow you to hear what you need to hear. I will allow the sound to be different. I will allow the weight to not carry your ear. I will allow the pain to not feel your ear. I will allow your ear to hear what's need to be heard. So he gave me extreme turbulence. And so this is a dream that I had roughly a month ago. And I never flew on an airplane a day in my life, but I was on an airplane in my dream. And when I was on the airplane, the plane went left side, like it turned over, like it was getting ready to like flip. And I was shaking, I was crying. I didn't know what to do because that was my first time on a plane. And I began to pray and say, Father, let your will be done. Because it was more than my life on that plane. And when I began to pray, that plane leveled out and we end up landing. And so people are having extreme turbulence in their life. They're kind of like rocking from this side, rocking from this side. They're backwards and forward. They don't know what is going on. But if you pray, God will straighten it out. The turbulence will be no more. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention to the extreme turbulence. So I am going to share the scriptures as I go. He gave me Job 24:19, Hosea 13:5, and Haggai 1:11. So I'm going to read Job 24:19 that says, drought and heat consume the snow waters, so does the grave, those which have sinned. And so what this simply means is that the drought comes to consume everything that you have. And even for people that have sinned or people that's thinking about sin, a drought is going to come in all areas of your life. And oftentimes, when the drought comes in a person's life personally, not worldwide, they always think that it's the devil. I got news for you. It's not. God will allow a drought to come upon you to show you how real he is. And I'm going to share more of that with Haggai 1:11. So I'm going to share a dream that I had